"Come on, turn around there, Maslova, I say," the senior warden shouted through the cell door. About 2 minutes later, a short, very full-breasted young woman in a gray dressing gown, worn over a white blouse and a white skirt, walked out of the door with a brisk step, turned quickly and stood next to the warden. The woman had linen stockings on her legs, with prison boots on the stockings, and her head was tied with a white kerchief, from under which, obviously intentionally, ringlets of curly black hair were released. The woman's entire face was of that special whiteness that is found on the faces of people who have spent a long time locked up, and which resembles potato sprouts in a basement. The same were her small, broad hands and her white, full neck, visible from behind the large collar of her dressing gown. What was striking about this face, especially against the matte pallor of her face, were her very black, shiny, somewhat swollen, but very animated eyes, one of which was slightly squinting. She held herself very straight, sticking out her full chest. Coming out into the corridor, she threw her head back a little, looked straight into the eyes of the warden, and stopped, ready to do whatever was required of her. The warden was about to lock the door when the pale, stern, wrinkled face of a bare-headed, gray-haired old woman stuck out from there. The old woman began to say something to Maslova, but the warden pressed the door on the old woman's head, and the head disappeared. A woman's voice burst into laughter in the cell. Maslova also smiled and turned to the small barred window in the door. The old woman on the other side pressed herself against the window and said in a hoarse voice,